IELTS bo'yicha instruktorlik qilgan ustozimiz Ne'matulla aka Zuvaydullayev bilan yaxshi bir trening bo'ladi. Treningda mavzusi IELTSdan qanday qilib yuqori ball olish mumkin deb nomlanadi. Xo'p, juda ham ko'pchiliklarni kuzatgansizlar, ishlaringda bilaman, ularning takliflari bilan, ularning istaklari bilan biz bu treningni tashkillashtirganmiz. Sababi ular YouTube'da, Instagram ijtimoiy tarmoqlarida aynan ustozimizning darslarini kuzatganliklari, juda ham ularning darslarini ko'ruvchilar soni ko'p ekanliklarini aytganlaridan keyin aynan bu ustozimiz bilan biz ham bir manfaatli, foydali trening qilishni maqsad qilgan edik. O'sha kun bugunga mo'ljallangan ekan. Xudo xolasa bu treningimiz sizlar uchun ham bir manfaatli bo'ladi degan umiddamiz. Faqat sizlardan iltimos qilamiz, treningda o'zlaringiz uchun qiziqarli bo'lgan IELTSga oid savollaringizni tayyorlab tursanglar, ustozimizni o'zlarini avtorli kitoblari bor. Ana shu kitoblar o'qishlarimizga sovg'a qilinadi. Unda boshladik. Hammaga omad.
Okay, hello everybody. So, is that visible? Yeah. So, good morning everybody. My name is Ne'matullah Zuvaydullayev. So, today our topic is about how to get a high score in IELTS. So, for each section, I mean listening, reading, writing, and speaking, I'm gonna give you 3 tips how to improve. By doing like self-study or with teachers, it doesn't matter. So at the end of the tips, I'm going to give you book recommendations, the awesome books that you have to find out while you are studying. So let's get started then. So first one, listening. So 3 tips how to improve the listening. The first one, BBC podcasts. So all teachers just recommend you, right? So listen BBC podcasts, listen BBC podcasts, but so I'm going to recommend you listening to BBC podcasts is okay, but please write them. So while you are listening to BBC podcasts, you have to write what you are listening to. In that time, you can easily get your spelling mistakes. So after writing all the podcasts, maybe at first time it gets too hard. It takes, let's say, 4 or 5 hours to write just 6 minutes of BBC podcasts. While you are writing, so you can easily get your just mistakes from spelling words. So after just writing it, we have transcript of BBC audios. Do you know this? So just compare how is yours, how the reality is. Then you can easily get what kind of mistakes you have while you are doing the listening. So BBC podcasts with writing. Next one, movies. All right, so movies are also most common tips of the listening, so as to improve. So you have to watch the movie based on your level. So if you are, let's say, pre-intermediate level, watch kind of just simple movies, cartoons or something. If you are intermediate level, watch a bit less kind of the movies that you can understand. If you are IELTS students, watch serials, not movies. Okay, I'm going to recommend the serials at the end. And practice plus analyze. So after just finishing all the strategies of the listening, you have to practice it, right? So practicing is okay. If you don't analyze what you practice, so your listening never improves. Because analyzing is the perfect version of improving the listening. So analyzing how? For example, you just find out the 25 correct answers of 40, let's say. So you have 15 mistakes, right? So you have to analyze why you just made 15 mistakes, what you missed. So re-listen again. So after re-listening, so you can get another like 5 or 7 correct answers. And again analyze, just translate into your own language, Russian, Uzbek, just fully and re-listen again. So practicing means you have to find out 40 out of 40. In one day, one practice is more than okay. All right? So if you analyze what you are practicing, your listening will improve immediately in 1 week. Just check it yourself. Then reading. So the first one I'm going to recommend you articles. So because with article you can kill 3 rabbits with 1 stone. How? So if you read article, you can easily improve your reading skill, right? So that's okay. If you read article, you can easily get the complex and academic structure. Is that right? Because I do hope that you know in articles, in magazines, in journals, so everything is going to be written with academic versions, right? So academic structures, academic words, the complex structures. You can easily get those structures in writing. So then your writing will be 7+ by analyzing article. All right? So the last one is ideas. So in journals, magazines, in the news, you can easily get the ideas. So ideas for speaking and writing, and the structures for writing and your reading strategies. So 3 things with just 1 article. Next one, books. Books is books you have to read on the behalf of your level. The level books, I mean. So if you are on the elementary level, just read the books based on the elementary level. If you are intermediate, or if you are just upper intermediate or advanced or IELTS students, you have to read novels. For example, Harry Potter for IELTS students, not pre-intermediate or not less than intermediate, okay? So then practice plus analyze here again, because so in the reading section, most students face difficulties, right? So while you are practicing your reading, let's say you can find out the half answers, 50% of answers out of 100. Let's say 20 correct answers you have, but the rest of 20 answers would be your mistakes, right? So that time you have to analyze it. Why? So why you made mistake? So you have to give the question why. Why you missed 1 word? Why you couldn't find? Why? What reason that you just missed some words? So, or maybe just you don't understand, you don't translate. Maybe you don't know some academic structures or words. Maybe you don't know the idea of the topic. That time you have to find out the why. Why you don't understand the full task or full passage or paragraph. Then just give the solution. Find the structures, find academic words, try to translate it, or try to find out the general idea of the topic, what they are asking you, and what you have to give as an answer. And speaking. So the first one, reading out loud. You have to get the book or article or anything, newspaper, journals, get the paper, the article, and read out loud. So you don't have to understand this one, you don't have to translate, you don't have to get the meaning of the topic, you have to just read out loud. So why? It just improves your encourage for speaking. So when you are the examination of the speaking, the IELTS examination, so if you practicing reading out loud, so you can easily speak whatever you want. It doesn't matter it's correct or not, but you speak. So reading out loud helps you just speaking. So maybe some of you have some, you are afraid of speaking, for example. Or you have the idea, but you cannot just give your idea to the examiner. So if you practice it reading out loud, so there is no worries to give the ideas, what you are going to speak. So the reading out loud is very helpful here. So next one, shadowing. Who knows what is shadowing? No, shadowing is not just listening, shadowing is imitating. For example, you get the motivational video from the YouTube, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, it doesn't matter. So while you are listening, you have to imitate, repeat after him or after her. So shadowing helps you to improve your pronunciation skill. Get the American pronunciation, or if you like British, get the British pronunciation videos and imitate him or her, repeat after him. So shadowing helps you to improve your pronunciation skills. So next one, recording voice. For example, while you are speaking, you just face lots of difficulties based on grammar, right? Grammar mistakes. So if you record your voice, just get the question that you are not ready for the question, get the new question, just turn on the recording voice and read the question and answer immediately. So at that time you see yourself, how you are in speaking. right? So, and after finishing, just re-listen. So while you are re-listening, you can easily find your mistakes by yourself. All right? The grammar mistakes, I mean. Then you can easily avoid it. These three steps: reading out loud, shadowing, and recording voice. So, the writing. Do you like writing? No. All right. So, the first thing, the unit is instructor. So, after finishing writing, you have to just give to check, right? So, instructor unit, I mean your teacher. The next one, article, that I mentioned above, right? So, complex structure and academic structure. So, please make sure that you know complex structure and academic structure. And make sure you have to use both in your writing. Okay? Because complex structure and academic structure help you to improve your band in writing. All right? So, then analyzing essays, band 8 and 9. So, if you want to check the band 8 and 9 essays, so make sure students, or lots of students in this century, 21st century, go to Google band 8 or band 9, task 1, line graph essay, just click it. And there are lots of students like you, just write himself or herself and put himself or herself band 9 and just Google it, okay? So while you are Googling it, so you can easily face those fake essays. Be very careful. So I know lots of students, lots of my students, they just searched band 9 essays and just brought me, here we go, this is band 9 essay, and this is yours. You see the difference like this. All right. So how we're gonna find out? You have to make sure the website itself. Is website is well known or not? If it's well known, they never publish fake essays. And or just get the essay and give your teacher or instructor to check. Is it good to write this? For example, lots of essays on the Google, it's written like this, I mean in terms of task 1. So introduction, body, then conclusion in terms of overall. Introduction, body, conclusion. Or introduction, body, overall. So lots of essays on Google, it's written the overall part at the end. But structurally, it's wrong. All right? So you have to analyze. By analyzing, you can easily get the structure, academic word, and idea. Now, the books I do recommend to you guys. First of all, books for listening and reading. First book, Listening Strategies. So from this book, you can easily learn the strategies of the listening. How we're going to find out, for what we have to pay attention, for what you have to be very careful, you get the strategies. The same book is reading. So reading strategies. So how we're going to find out the most easy tips, the reading strategies. So apart from reading or just without reading, can we find out the answers like this? You can easily get the strategies. And we have, again, practicing, analyzing Cambridge books. So 1 to 17, right? So you have to practice and analyze. So you have to finish all Cambridge books, IELTS students. So you have to finish all Cambridge books, not just practicing it, by analyzing it, okay? And speaking, 5 or 4 essential words. Who knows this book? 5 or 4 essential words. So 5 or 4 essential words is a book for IELTS students for vocabulary. There are 5 or 4 like academic vocabularies, not 4,000 essential words. I'm not talking about it. Just 5 or 4 essential words. So there are, for each unit, there are 12 new words, and for these 12 new words, you have exercises, 2 or 3 exercises. All right. So this vocabulary is given with definition and 3 examples, and again new word definition with 3 examples and exercises of it. All right. So next one, maximizer. Maximizer, I hope you know, right? So Maximizer is a book where you can get the structure of part 1, part 2, part 3. In part 1, what you have to speak. In part 2, with what you have to start. So introduction part, how it should be in body part or conclusion part in terms of part 2. And part 3 is what you have to start, how we're going to compare each other, how we're going to compare the questions like this. So Maximizer is very helpful in that time. And ideas for IELTS speaking. This is also a cool book. So there are more than 100 of topics of this book, 100 of topics, and you can easily get different ideas of different topics, which is very helpful while you are studying. All right. So for writing, IELTS Liz materials. Do you know who is Liz?
Yes.
All right. IELTS Liz materials and ideas for IELTS writing. So more than 100 of essays with different ideas. The awesome ideas, you have to read it. And Cool Task 1 and Cool Task 2. So Cool Task 1 and Cool Task 2, they are not free books. They are on charge, but I just got these books and hopefully I'm going to share it with my Telegram channel. So in Cool Task 1 and Cool Task 2, you can easily get the words, expressions, words, I mean just complex structures, academic words with 7+ essays. All right, I'm going to share it. And films for those who just keen on watching films. The first one, Mind Your Language. Who knows this film? So Mind Your Language is the serial where different students come from different countries and they all learn English. From Spain, from India, from Pakistan, from French, like this. And you can easily observe the Indian speech. Oh, darling, I'm not talking to you at all. Like this. And Friends, you know what is Friends, right? The serial. And apart from Friends, there are 2 awesome serials, comedy serials. First one, How I Met Your Mother. It's like Friends. And second one, Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory is high-level serial in terms of English. Not all students understand this serial, but if you are IELTS students, so you can easily watch. So this is the list of serials I do recommend to watch. And now, if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask. If you don't have any questions, it means you didn't understand at all. Please. So, do you have any questions? Don't you ask what is my name, please?
You said that do the BBC was writing and we should write while listening or after the listening?
While listening, of course, while listening. So just listen a bit, I mean like 30 seconds and 20 seconds and write it. Listen again, write it like this. Who else? No question? Please, my hero. Sure. O'quvchilar o'ziga mos ingliz tili o'qituvchi qidirish shart emas. Chunki ingliz tili o'qituvchi faqat sizga informatsiya beradi, boshqa hech narsa bermaydi. Ingliz tiliga bor informatsiyalarni sizga beradi. Sizda o'ziz qiziqishingiz uchun yoningizdagi sherigingiz yaxshi bo'lishi kerak. Da, muhitingiz yaxshi bo'lishi kerak, o'sha sinfdagi o'quvchilar zo'r bo'lishi kerak. Xo'p, o'qituvchidan faqat oladigan narsalar informatsiya. O'qituvchidan hech qanaqa emotsiya olmaylar, o'qituvchidan hech qanaqa motivatsiya olmaylar. Faqat ingliz tiliga informatsiya olamiz, o'quvchilar bilan bosib o'qiymiz. Shu. O'qituvchini bo'yniga qo'ymaylik hech narsa, yaxshi o'qita olmayapti. O'qituvchilarning yomoni bo'lmaydi hech qachon. Please.
We should raise our self-esteem for when we speak. Yes.
Sure.
When we speak ourselves. Yes.
Sure. And how we gotta improve self-esteem? And how we gotta improve self-esteem?
No, I would say we should.
We don't have to be afraid of the examiner. Sure, for sure. Examiner is nobody. It's just less than you. It's your kid, let's say. So just imagine, kid is sitting in Garshok. That's all. Please.
How to memorize words quickly?
How to what?
How to memorize words quickly?
How to memorize words very quickly. So we have one strategy. It's pair strategy. Pair strategy means, so I'm just learning new words and I'm going to teach you. How? For example, okay, you. Recession. What is recession? Decreasing economic life. Okay, what is recession? Okay, Uzbekcha. Recession, iqtisodiy tushish. Inflation. Inflation. Inflation pulni qadrsizlanishi. Hop, ana endi recovery. Recovery tiklanish. Recession iqtisodiy tushish. Inflation pulning qadrsizlanishi va recovery tiklanish. Demak, recovery nima ekan? Tiklanish. Inflation pulning qadrsizlanishi va recession. Ana ko'rdinglar, 3 ta yangi so'z o'zim o'rgandim va 3 ta yangi so'zni 30 ta odam o'rgandi. Lug'at yodlayotganda doim o'rgatuvchi bo'lish kerak, o'rganuvchi bo'lish kerak. O'shanda o'rgatuvchi ham lug'atni bilmasligi kerak, o'rganuvchi ham. Xo'p, men sizga o'rgatayotganimda, men o'zim ham o'rganaman, siz ham o'rganasiz. Qanday o'rgatasizlar? Birinchi 3 ta so'z, to'g'rimi? Birinchi 3 ta so'zni aytasiz, 3 ta so'zni qayta-qayta so'raysiz. 2 ta so'z qo'shasiz. 5 ta so'zni qayta-qayta so'raysiz. Yana 2 ta so'z qo'shasiz. 7 ta so'zni qayta-qayta so'raysiz. Yana 3 ta qo'shasiz. 10 ta so'zni qayta-qayta so'raysiz. Mana bunda o'rganayotgan odam ham 100% yodlaydi. O'rgatayotgan odam ham 100% yodlaydi. Atrofdagi 100 ta odam bo'lsa, ular ham 100% yodlaydi. Tushunarlimi? Mana shu eng zo'r usul lug'at bo'yicha. Okay, other questions, please.
How much time should we practice in a day in order to take high score? I mean, 7 or 7 plus in short time.
Okay, minimum 4 hours.
Minimum 4?
Yeah,
Oh.
minimum 4 hours. So, minimum 4 hours, it doesn't mean you have to just kill yourself in these 4 hours. So, it means just do one reading, takes 1 hour, right? And practice it.
But
Another 1 hour.
teachers comment at least 7 or 8.
Oh no, come on. No, 4 hours are more than enough because you are getting fed up English. So the 4 hours is okay. What else? Yeah, please.
Okay, hello everybody. My question is, how can we read the article? I mean, I watched the video. I watched the video on YouTube that there was given a structure of reading an article. First, we have to read only for, you said, for read out. And then we have to read just 4 words. And then we have to read the whole meaning, for the whole meaning. And my question is, can we read the article for all words? I mean, should we learn all words in the article or not?
No.
No, we don't
No.
have to, right?
You don't have to learn all words. You have to get the terminologies of the article.
Terminologies.
Yeah. Because in IELTS writing, if you use terminologies, so these terminologies enable you to get 7 plus. For example, you can write the money of, not the value of money is decreasing day by day. It's just ordinary sentence, right? But if you learn what is inflation, you can easily write the value of money faces inflation. Because of recession of Uzbekistan. You see, in just one sentence, you just use the recession and inflation.
Recession is the
So
noun word.
with these 2 words, you can get 7 plus. No, I mean, in one sentence.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Speed is, yeah, important, of course. So if you just, like a robot speaking, so it's the examiners think that he just or she learned by heart. So you have to get the bullet point. Bullet point means like emotional speaking. So while you are telling the bad actions or car crash or something, so that time you don't have to smile, please. The smiling, speaking like a robot, so doesn't give the emotion to the examiner. So while you are just giving bad action, you have to speak a bit slowly with serious face. But when you just tell about the moment that happened in your childhood and it was the best moment, just remembering face, kind face, smiling face is okay. All right?
Our students can improve their speed while speaking, and they can lose their fluency.
Sure, sure. Fluency decreases when you improve your speed of speaking.
How do you think two languages can, at the same time learning two languages, it can be possible to take, while you are taking IELTS, take not high score, low score?
Okay. So learning two or more languages at the same time.
Yes.
So it's more than okay because there are like lots of students, they just learn like Arabic English, English or other language, Korean, they just learn. And that time I know the student, one of my students who got 8 from IELTS and got topic 4 or 5 from Korean levels. So topic 4 is like upper intermediate like this. So it's more than okay. But you don't have to just push yourself that because of this language, I'm losing my English. Because of Korean or because of English, I'm losing my Korean. You don't have to be like this. So if you have a power, if you just believe in yourself, just you can easily continue 2 languages in 1. It's okay.
Writing transcript of listening test is important. Writing transcript.
In listening section. Sure, for analyzing it's important. For example, you got 25 correct answers, but 15 they are incorrect, right?
Should we write the transcript or
No. So you are talking about BBC podcasts or listening
listening test?
listening tests. You don't have to write all of them. So you have the full transcript, you have your answers. So you have 10 or 15 incorrect answers. After re-listening, let's say you have 10 incorrect answers. And so put the audio like in order to re-listen and get the transcript. What he's saying, just read it. And realize what you missed, what kind of word you missed out. So this is very important. To analyze, transcript is important, not to practice. What else? Please.
Size bilen zeki, ko'pchiligi speakingda muammo bor, mana o'zimda bor, autotopic. Mana imtihon topshirayotganda ham, speaking qilayotganda ham ko'pincha odam gapirib bo'lgandan keyin nima gapirganini eslolmaydi ham. Ko'pchilik shunaqa muammosi bor. Shu muammoni mana C1 vocabulary yodlasangiz ham, qancha o'zingiz ustingizda ishlasangiz ham почти 3 oy bo'ldi. Output bo'lib ketyapti, speakingni. Shu muammoni hal qila olmayapti. Bitta mavzu beriladi, o'shanga doir gapirdim deb hisoblab gapiraman, lekin baribir output chiqadi.
Okay. Xo'p, birinchi muammoni boshlaymiz. Muammo sizlar yodlayotgan lug'atda. Xo'p, agar siz pre-intermediate yoki intermediate levelda bo'lsangiz, sizga C1, C2 ni so'zlar umuman kerak emas. Tushunarli? Hozir misol uchun sizdan bo'sh vaqtingda nima qilasan deb so'rasa, hech qachon C1, C2 ni so'zlarini ishlatmang. Fluent bo'lib, fluency juda ham muhim. Fluent bo'lib, bemalol nima qilishingizni oddiy so'zlarda ifodalab bering. Bu birinchidan. Ko'p elementary o'quvchilar bor, menga IELTS so'zlarini bering deydi. Uni ishlatmasa berib nima qilamiz? To'g'ri, misol uchun recession degan so'zni IELTS ga bo'lgan darajadagilar aytaylik ishlatmaydi, to'g'rimi? Ularga recession degan so'zni yodlashdan foyda yo'q. Yodlaydi, yaxshi, ammo bir oydan keyin esdan chiqib ketadi, to'g'rimi? Ishlatmagandan keyin. Bu birinchi muammo, so'zni o'zini nimasida yodlash, darajasida yodlash. Ikkinchi muammo, ideya yo'qligi. Sizga savol berilgandan keyin IELTS speakingda o'sha savolni siz oldin tayyor bo'lishingiz kerak. Bu nima degani? Common 40 topics degan narsa bor. 40 ta eng common tekstlar bor. Kitob o'qishingiz haqida, bo'sh vaqtingizda nima qilishingiz, oila a'zolarini ta'riflab berish, public transport, my home country, hamma narsa 40 ta topik bor. O'sha topikka siz tayyor bo'lishingiz kerak. U topikni siz yodlagan bo'lishingiz kerak. Yodlamagan bo'lsangiz ham o'zingizda versiyangizda yodlagan bo'lishingiz kerak. Ana o'shanda sizga har qanaqa savol berishdan qat'iy nazar, o'sha topikning ichidagi gaplardan keyin speaking oshadi. Off topic nimaga bo'ladi? Off topic practice kamligidan, birinchidan, ikkinchidan sizlarga savol. What are the common types of computer are used in your home country? Kim javob beradi? What are the common types of computer are used in your home country?
PC.
Uh-huh.
I think more than 14% are using PC.
Uh-huh. Then? Xo'p, mana shu savolda nima survey o'tkazishgan? Survey degani o'zbek tilida nima bilan? Tadqiqot o'rgatishgan. Tadqiqotlarda nima bo'lgan? O'quvchilar javob bergan. What are the common types of the computer or what types of computer do you use deb so'raganda ham, oh, I use Asus or I use HP. Okay, I use another type of computer deb nomini aytgan. Bizdan brand name so'ralmayapti. Agar siz misol uchun HP ishlataman yoki MacBook ishlataman deb javob berdingizmi, bo'ldi, siz off topicdasiz. Types of computer so'raldimi? Tablet, laptop, PC. Tushunarli? Savolni tushunish birinchi o'rinda bo'ladi doim. Savolni tushunish uchun esa u savolda siz oldin o'qituvchi bilan gaplashib qo'ygan bo'lishingiz kerak. U savolda siz maqola o'qib qo'ygan bo'lishingiz kerak. U savolda siz o'rtoqlaringiz bilan suhbat qilgan bo'lishingiz kerak. Mana shu orqali biz off topicni avoid qilamiz, chetlatamiz. Demak, o'sha birinchi o'rinda boyagi 40 ta topikni yodlashingiz shart. 40 ta topikning savolini bilib, o'zingiz uchun javob variantini taxlab qo'yishingiz shart. O'shanda off topicdan chiqib ketamiz. What else? No question? All right, mister.
Hop, qanday bo'ldi? Sizlar uchun ancha-muncha yangilik oldinglarmi? Hop, buncha ustozga nima deysiz?
Rahmat.
Sizga bergan bilimlaringizga, ajratgan vaqtingizga rozi bo'ling.
Salom.
Men o'zim Qorada o'qiganman, bizga juda ko'p aytaman-da. Qorako'lda o'qiyotgan vaqtim bizda o'qiganda ALS unchalik aktual bo'lmagan, hozirgi darajada. Va inglizga topshirgan vaqtimizda ALS unutmagan, grammatika bilan topshiriladi. ALS bo'lsa ham, ALS olib borganingizda sizga baribir grammatikadan imtihon topshirishingiz kerak bo'lganda. Lekin hozirgi kunda shunchalik aktual bo'lib ketdiki, ingliz tilini bilish siz uchun juda ham katta imkoniyatlar eshigini ochadi. Birinchisi, institutga kirmoqchi bo'lsangiz, bilasizlar, 100% baliz qo'yib beriladi. Qo'rqib o'tirmaysiz, 30 ta testdan ishlashlarganman. To'g'rimi? Xo'p, ikkinchisi, bemalol hozirgi kunda ustozimiz aytganlaridek, chetdan to'g'ridan-to'g'ri tarjima emasda, o'zbek tilida tarjima qilingan kitob emasda, siz asl holatda 100 ga 100 o'qishingiz mumkin ingliz tilida kitoblarni. Chunki hozirgi kunda ko'ryapsizlar, juda ham ko'plab kitoblarimiz o'sha Yevropaning kitoblaridan tarjima qilinyapti, to'g'rimi? Lekin qaysidir holatda baribir o'zimizga moslashtiriladi. Lekin siz u kitoblarni 100% to'liq holatda o'qishingiz mumkin. Yana biz sizga aytamizki, ustozimizdan xuddi shu narsani tavsiya qildilar. Qo'rqmanglar, xato qilishdan qo'rqmanglar gapirishdi. Siz ingliz emassizki, sizda 100% ona tilingiz emassizki, siz uni 100% to'liq gapira olmaysiz baribir. To'g'rimi? Shuning uchun, shunaqa. Qo'rqish kerak emas. Sekin-sekin xato bo'lsa, ustozlarimiz yoki sizdan kuchliroq darajaga ega bo'lgan o'quvchilar sizni to'g'rilaydi xatoingizni. Shuna qilib xatolar to'g'rilanib boradi va siz mukammallikka keyin sekin-sekinlik bilan chiqib borasiz. Kelishdik-a? Xo'p, bugungi treningimiz sizlar uchun bir foydali o'tgan bo'lsa, oz bo'lsa-da, IELTSdan yanada bir yaxshiroq rezultatga erishlaringizda yordami tekkan bo'lsa ustozni, biz bundan juda ham xursandmiz. Xudo xolasa, ertaga siz 7, 7,5 yoki 8 natijaga erishganlaringizda ustoz haqlariga ham ozroq duo qilib qo'yamiz. Sababi sizga bular ham o'zlarining bilimlarini ulashdilar. Chunki bir harf o'rgatgan kishi baribir siz uchun nima hisoblanadi? Ustoz hisoblanadi. Kelishdik-a? Ustozimizni Instagramda English with Ne'matullo deb yozsangizlar, ularning sahifalari bor, YouTube'ga kirsangizlar, ularning darslari bor. O'zingiz uchun bemalol ularning darslaridan adashmasam foydalanishlari mumkin, onlayn darslardan. Xo'p, ustoz, hali aytgandek, o'zida avtorlik kitobingiz bor edi. Siz o'zingiz uchun bir qiziqarli deb savol berishgan bo'lsa auditoriyadan, ularga bemalol qatnashishingiz mumkin. Men endi to'g'risi siz aytdingiz, o'zingiz analiz qilib boravering dedingiz. Men endi baribir sizni qo'lingizdan olsa, bularda bir boshqacharoq hissiyot paydo bo'ladi.
Bo'ldi, bitta kitobimiz bor. Lug'at haqida kim savol berdilar? Lug'at bilishga.
Xo'p, bizni kitobimizni bera olasizlar unda?
Kitob topshir.
Shaxsan ustozni o'zlarini avtorlik kitoblari. Bu qizimiz hali o'zi ko'p bo'lmadilar kelganlarga, lekin ingliz tilida savol bergandan o'zim ham xursand bo'ldim. Keling. Ustoz, rahmat. Tabriklaymiz shuncha auditoriyaning ichida tortinmasdan gapirganingiz uchun.
Bu Mansur English Grammar kitobi, ya'ni grammatika 0 dan 100 gacha va eng ko'p ishlatiladigan 2000 ta so'z bor oxirida. Bu kitob 4 oyga mo'ljallangan. Ya'ni biz grammatikani uzoq vaqt o'rganasizlar, General English Grammatika. Bu bilan tezda o'rganib olsangiz bo'ladi.
Tabriklaymiz. Ustoz, yana bir bor Registon o'quv markazi jamoasi ma'muriyati nomidan ajratgan vaqtingizga, bergan bilimlaringizga rozi bo'ling va sizga kattakon minnatdorchilik bildiramiz. Xudo xolasa, kelgusi treninglarimizda ham bir taklif qiladigan bo'lsa, vaqt ajratasiz degan umiddamiz. Sizga rahmat. Salomat bo'ling.